And my kids are right outside the windows playing here, so could get loud. So tonight, I just wanted to hop on and create some art live. I haven't done it in a while. And I've got some new junk in here to work on. So this is a barrel lid that I have ran through the fire. Hello. Do you need something? Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay, just wondering.
Yep, you're good. Okay, I ran this barrel lid through a fire here at the farm and burnt the paint off of it. It was a paint barrel lid from a local factory. And if you can see, I have drawn a design on it. It's a gal with an umbrella in the rain. And it's pretty neat looking. The sketches anyway. And so I'm going to cut it. And I think on the umbrella, I'm going to end up adding some cool mosaic type design on it. I don't have anything drawn on it. Hope you can kind of see what I'm doing. I thought I had everything pretty well lined up, but apparently it's not that great. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mary. Okay, that's a little better. And here, I'll just tilt it down a little. There we go. I just brought myself a little tool out here a little while ago for poking out pieces, and I don't know what I've done with it, but my screwdriver that I usually keep right there is not there. First of all, can everybody hear me? Sound check. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me? Hello, Instagram. Oh, yeah, Mary can hear me. Good deal. Hang tight. I got to find a thing to poke out the little pieces. Okay. This is my favorite little tool. This little bitty straight-ended thing. And it's like a little nail puller. It's fantastic for poking out the little pieces in the middle. Here it is. I usually keep something like this in my pocket, either a file, a tiny file, or this. Sorry, Instagram. Stay with me. I got too close to my cord. Hang on. This is so me, y'all. Welcome. Okay. Let's turn the foot on this thing so that it doesn't want to fall forward. And here, you can see pretty well. So this is my first live in a while. I'm streaming on live stream, so that puts me on Facebook and YouTube. And I've got my phone over here going to Instagram. So this is my first run in a while. So excuse me if I'm a little rusty on doing video and being live. But I'm just trying to get back in the groove. I haven't really wanted to go live much lately and just been keeping to myself with all my art. And so I'm happy to be on tonight and hope I got some people coming to hang out with me. If not, that's okay. You can always catch me on a replay. So I don't know why I started to make this girl's hair curly, and then I was like, let's try it this way. I might have to practice doing some curly hair before I actually do that. I don't know if I could make truly curly hair without cutting it all out. Pearl, that is your reflection in the door. Pearl, quit barking at yourself. That's Pearl. She's a youngin'. Okay. So I was saying that this is a paint barrel lead from a local factory. With the paint on them, cutting them is no fun at all. So I run them through a fire outdoors whenever we're just like burning a bunch of like byproduct of recycling things. Usually if we take pieces of furniture apart, there's usually something that can be burned. So we'll throw things like this and any buckets that have paint on them that I want to get all the junk, something like that. So this is through a fire, and you can see it's all rusty and stuff. Other one that I have here actually has really cool rust on it. So I think it's going to look really cool when it's done. You see this one has a red rust on it. I drew a hot air balloon on it. I think it's just fun. I don't know if I'll do that tonight. Probably not. I've been thinking about erasing some of the clouds and doing some words on it. But these, I think, are going to be really cool for cutting stuff out of. Like, I think this might be really neat, just hanging on outside the door or something. Now make her shoulders. Her elbows don't go down the same distance. I'm a little worried, but I think it's going to be all right. If you guys notice if you're one of my old followers, you might realize that I'm doing something new. I put my finger against the wand a lot now whenever I'm needing to cut a little slower. So this barrel is just a little thicker than what I like to cut with like a fuel can. So I have to move a little bit slower when I'm cutting it. And when you move slower, your muscles tend to waver. So I'm usually tilting inward. I'll show you this in a second, Instagram. I'm usually tilting inward towards the top of the wand. I point it inward towards my finger and put pressure, just a little pressure with my finger. Not much, but it takes all of the wavy movements out of my hand, okay? So here you go. So here, I'm turning the top of the wand inward towards my finger and just holding a little bit of pressure on it with my finger. And it takes all that tiny muscle movement out that makes some pretty crazy lines on our plasma cutting designs sometimes. So I'm just kind of picking up little things like that on my own. The more I cut, the better I get. And that's one of the things that's really helped me lately on cutting fire pits, like using the barrels to make fire pits. It's just a little thicker than like a fuel can, or I don't know, the milk cans are pretty thick too, and it helps a lot to be able to steady the top of the wand. And it still easily slides on the metal, but it's just kind of stopping a little bit of movement from this other hand. And I might have to go over it again a second time just because I moved a little too fast the first time. Depending on if this had a lot of paint stuff to it, it has areas that are more heavily pockmarked from the fire. So you'll have a little bit of mess there, but it's nothing that you can't, it just kind of disappears really when you hang it further away from yourself. When you're standing this close to something and looking at it, you notice every single little imperfection that you perceive. You hang it up and stand 10 feet away and you have a totally different perspective on it. That stuff doesn't show up at all, and it looks like really cool art. It's too bad I can't see who's over here on Facebook. I'll have to figure that out. I'm not getting any comments over there. Hi, Vicky. Oh, hi, Greg. I'm waving at you. We're just cutting the lady standing in the rain. Okay, 3 more cuts on the umbrella, and then I'll have the majority of the design cut out. I lifted it up a little bit there. Didn't mean to. So what do y'all think of my new cutting table? I started using a barrel with a basket over it, and it catches all that dust. And usually when I get smoke billowing up out of there, it means it's time to stop and rest the machine for a few minutes. But I really like cutting over a barrel because it catches all the pieces that I poke through. I don't have very much stuff that's falling out here on the floor. I left a little break in that cut here because I want it just to look like an exploded water drop. And I actually drew it over here. I'm just gonna have to adjust for that and cut it right here. But I want to make it look like there's a water drop that just burst right here. Let's see how I do. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. You get the idea. I don't know about cutting through this lid either. This is where the main bung is at. So this is about a 2-inch cap, and I think I can cut a little slot across it. We're about to find out. Yeah, it's a little thicker. Making it look like water is running off the umbrella. Making some extra details there. I would think more would come off here at these little corners. All right. Now, I talked about doing a mosaic design inside the parts of the umbrella. Hi, Carol. "25 minutes in, not bad. This is a pretty detailed piece, so you really can't hurry it along. You don't want to overwork your machine. So it's kind of why I stop and talk just a little bit here and there. It's because there's a workload on the machine. So you don't want to forget that when you're using your machine. stuff in there. No, I'm not watching my screen, so I can't tell how if y'all can tell how detailed that is, but it's getting good. Looks really nice. Like, these little details are going to be amazing. I like that little design. It's fun. I wouldn't really call these designs that I make up like, but they kind of have I like to think it's kind of an edgy country feel. That piece does not want to give up. Tricky one. There we go. Pretty. How we doing over here, y'all? Let's see. Waves. I think I might need some little triangles or something right in the middle of this. How about little dots? So before I start to make a circle or a raindrop on something, my hand is in motion. And that's usually true of all the cuts that I make. Before I squeeze the trigger, my hand is already in motion. So when I'm making a tiny circle, I'm usually always already turning the head of the wand on the surface before I squeeze the trigger. That looks pretty neat. How about a close-up? Here we go over here. Here's that side, kind of in detail. It's hard to get the right light here. What I need to do is light up behind it, right? Oh, right over here, somewhere. There's some detail, y'all, on that umbrella. Wow, it's really pretty. There she is. Okay, I'm going to continue with this umbrella. How about some zigzags? liking it. What do y'all think? Hi, Aspen. Kind of a snaky pattern. It's a snaky yin yang. Proceed. Okay, I'm on the home stretch. There's just a little further to go in the very center piece of this umbrella. So I need to figure out what I'm going to paint there with my wand. I call it painting. It's kind of painting. It's painty. Okay, so here, these are all designs like I've done a million times. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank here. I just did this one the other day on a milk can for somebody, and it looks really cool like this. On that one, I kind of did it differently. I did triangles inside here, and I could still do that here, but I kind of like it the way it is. It's not too terribly busy. And I think that this one needs to kind of be in between, busy and calm. Okay, what's something I've done before? Let's go. Kind of a pretty little rose. I think I'm just going to put a few of those on here. a beginner at putting, you're just playing around or whatever. Hey, Jeff. It's so good to see you on here. Good evening, y'all. So a fun beginner thing to do can be making roses. So that's what I'm doing right here. You'll get to see them up close here in just a minute, but these are little roses and they're really easy to craft with the plasma cutter. So you just start out kind of making a half circle, a little bitty one, and then for your next half circle, and you kind of start making them into half circles and kind of the shape of a six with a long tail, and just keep wrapping them around each other, and you've got a rose in a heart. Okay. Here we go. Hey, sis. So I'm going to get my other tripod over here and light this up from behind in just a second. Wow, I like both sides. Huh. You saw, oh, that looks great in this light. But over here on my computer screen, it does not look good on my restream. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, there you can see it. Tell me what you think, my friends. I think it looks pretty neat. Very artsy. Let's see if I can do this without a disaster. Okay, yeah, I can do this. I can do the best job. It's better just like holding it over it, kind of. I'm gonna have to figure this out, y'all. Okay. So, oh, there we go. Now you can kind of really see where she's all lit up. It's so confusing. This one's like backwards. There we go. So, pretty lady standing in the rain. And all she needs is a hole up here, and she could hang it on a wall, or, man, it's not too big for a door. But can you see this with like somebody's last name on it? You know, done in something real pretty script or something, and then paint this a contrasting color from the door so that the paint from the door shows through the slots in the metal, and that would look really nice as a door hanger. I like it. Okay, I have to make this go away. There we go. So let's see. I'm at about 52 minutes. How about we do a little teapot here? I've got a little one ready to go. I have one. Oh, here we go. So here it is. It's just a small teapot. It's pretty lightweight metal. My friend Ramona surprised me with this. And a couple other teapots. It's not real silver or anything, don't worry. So I've just been like really pretty little things on these, and the last one I did is studio, and it's actually in the window all up. I figured out how to light these up with just it's a little clip light, and what it is it's got an electrical cord with a thumb toggle on it, and it just snaps into the back or into the top of whatever thing that you want me to wire up like a light, and it works really great. I actually did several things at the studio that way. The milk can that I did with the flamingo in the front, if you go and look at my page, you'll see photos of that. I made it into kind of a tabletop. I see comments over here. Hang on. Wowza, amazing. Love it. Thanks for showing me how amazing you are. You're always so nice to me. I'm the amazing cousin. Okay, so I really liked how the flour turned out on the little copper kettle that's at the studio. I put it on Instagram tonight with my flyer for this live. So it's on Instagram if you want to go peek at it. It's really pretty. And I don't know, I might snag it up Wednesday and take it to Kansas City this weekend. We'll see what happens. Give me a little trouble there. So this is the same rose shape that I was doing on the umbrella, okay? So this one's going to look kind of flat and opened up a little bit rather than being more in bud form. Some of these just really kind of take on a shape of their own, and then they just tell me what they want to look like. the majority of the flower head done, and I'm just going to add a couple of little sepals. The sepals on a rose are just those leaves that kind of peel downward from the bottom of the flower. This looks really pretty and simple. Still plenty warm, but the handle's not super hot. Yeah. I like how the weight of the design is towards the handle. I really like that. Hey, Andy. This is a pretty little rose. So this one would be ideal for like a tea light, or for one of those little lights that I was talking about, where I would just cut a 1-inch circle right here, and it has little tabs in it, and you just, and then let go of the tabs, and it holds it in there. And it just uses a really small bulb that doesn't get hot. It's a Himalayan salt lamp bulb. So I don't use the Himalayan salt lamp base for these, just the bulb. Okay, so I'm coming up on about an hour. Some things you should know if you're watching is I've got some live dates coming up here locally. So I'll be at my studio on April the 26th doing this. If you have something fun for me to cut, you can either show up that day with it, or you can drop it off at the studio beforehand, anytime leading up to then, and with information on what you want cut on it. And I will cut it on April the 26th at my live date, okay? And then it'll be available for pickup after that. So that's how I'm gonna start doing the custom stuff as far as cutting goes from now on. Unless you have something you wanna bring out here, you can book a couple hours with me and come out here. And you can do that at Custserve, so CUSTSERV at junkyardfarmgirl.com. Email me and just book a couple hours with me. And you can bring something out and you can do it yourself, or you can have me do it with you. That's the only way to jump the line for the custom cutting, is I'll do it on those days when we are doing it live. Otherwise, you'll need to book a time to come out and hang out with me to do it, which is fun. It's really nice this time of year. The weather's getting really beautiful and it's warmer. The wheat fields all around here are greening up, so it's just real pretty out here. You can see forever. So April 26th, my next live event at my studio. Then May 15th, we're going to be in Stockton at Smoke on the Water, which is a barbecue festival, and there's vendors and crafters and stuff. So that's the weekend of May 15th. And then the first weekend in June, I'm at the Junk Ranch in, well, it's west of Fayetteville, Arkansas, in Prairie Grove, Arkansas. And it's an amazing outdoor event. It's a Friday and Saturday deal. And it's just got the most amazing festival atmosphere of any other event we've ever done. We really like it there. Then I think it's the third weekend in June, I am local again at Prairie Mercantile in Lockwood. So that'll be my next local live art event after April is in, wait, no, I have one booked for May. But June, it'll be in Lockwood, actually. So at Prairie Mercantile during their event called Junkin' for Jewels. And of course, we have booked Silver Dollar City for in the fall. So we're going to be there for 6 weeks doing this. We had a really great time there this last year, and I'm really excited about that. I'm working on figuring out how to do live events in Kansas City once a month at First Friday weekend. I don't know how to do that yet. Cutting over the barrel seems to work pretty good, you know. So I'm going to see about maybe doing it outside the dock door at the building that I'm at there, which is called Martin's Memories. And the address for that is 1400 West 12th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. And it's in the West Bottoms neighborhood, which is, so in Kansas City, you've got downtown, and then to the west of there, you have the Power and Light District, which is really cool too. And then, of course, after that, you've got like just this little area. It's an industrial area that's defunct in between there and the Kansas state line. And that's called the West Bottoms. So these are all old industrial buildings, and all of them are either great big giant tall spook houses or really big flea markets. And the building that I'm in is actually open every weekend, but a lot of them, like I say, 20-some buildings down there that have antique businesses in them. Salvage materials, all that kind of stuff. And some of them open on First Friday weekends, and that's why First weekends are special down there, is because businesses are only open weekends. So I think if you search West Bottom map, you can probably find one that has dots and stars on it. And the star ones are only open on First Friday weekends. And the dot ones are, I think we're dot number 7, Martin's Memories. And we're open every weekend. Dots are open every weekend. So that's my live events. There was something else. Oh, Friday and Saturday in the studio. I extended our hours on Friday. They're 11 to 7. So if you want to come out with your girlfriends on a Friday evening and just want to do a fun craft, we've got some great stuff going on. I'm calling it Crafty Fondue, and really it's just a hot plate full of hot glue. And you can get something with you to dip in the hot glue and stick onto a wreath or a picture frame or something. Or you can dig through the stuff that we have, which we've got some really fun stuff. So it's called Crafty Fondue, and you can do that on Friday from 11 to 7 and on Saturday from 8 to 4. So we decided to be open a little earlier on Saturday because of the farmers market crowd, and there's usually people out early and out and about Saturday morning. So my studio is at 118 West 10th Street in Lamar, Missouri. And we're open Friday and Saturday. I also have the building in the West Bottoms, and I'm available to book for plasma cutting and welding and woodshop work here at my home studio. And I'll usually do that on Thursdays and Fridays. But I'm pretty much available, pretty flexible for any day of the week. So I'm going to let you go. I hope y'all are having a great evening, and I'll catch you later.